Hi everyone, hope you all are good. We are here for grade 9 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 9 and then click on view all lessons. There you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapters directed and we are going to start with the lesson directed inverse variation. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well, right? Here I am on grade 9 math. We're going to start with the chapter direct and inverse variation. Let's just start with the first lesson, that is write direct variation equations. So first we have to understand what is the direct variation, right? Yeah, or direct relationship. So the direct relationship is the one in which one of the variable is increasing, the other variable is also increasing, right? If one of the variable is decreasing, the other variable is also decreasing, right? That is the direct relationship, right? That means if the value of the one of the variable is increasing, the other variable is also increasing. They have the direct relation. So you are given an example. Let's just start with an example. In a direct variation, y equals 18 when x equals 3, right? A direct variation equation that shows the relationship between x and y, right? Write your answer as an equation with y first followed by an equal sign, right? So when we have to write down the equation in this form, we can follow the format that is y equals kx, right? So y is 18, you have 18 equals k times 3 because x is 3. You need to find the value of k, so that is k equals 6, right? Now use k equals 6 in the equation that is direct. In the equation that is y equals kx and k is 6, so y equals 6x. That means the direct variation equation is y equals 6x. Got it? Direct variation means one of the variable is increasing, the other variable, like the x is increasing, the y is also increasing, right? That is the direct relationship. And we can represent the direct relationship by the equation y equals kx, right? Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, in our direct variation, y equals 10 when x equals 2, write a direct variation equation that shows the relationship between x and y. Write your answer as an equation with y first followed by an equal sign. That means you need to write the equation that looks like this, y equals kx, right? You are given y equals 10, so here you have 10. You are given x equals 2, so 10 equals k times 2. You need to find the value of k. Divide up both sides by 2, so that is k equals 5. Now you have to write down the equation in terms of k. So y equals kx, k is 5, so the equation is y equals 5x. That is the equation in the direct variation, right? Y equals 5x is the correct option. The correct option is y equals 5x. Got it? Option number 1 is the correct answer. Very good. Okay, the next one is indirect variation y equals 16 when x equals 2. Write a direct variation equation that shows the relationship between x and y. Write your answer as an equation. while with y first followed by an equal sign, so that would be y equals kx, right? So that means you need to write down the equation in the form y equals kx. Y is 16, kx is 2. You need to find the value of k. So 16 divided by 2 equals 8. Right now you have to write down the equation. So that would be very good. The correct option number 1 is the correct option. That would be y equals 8x, right? The correct option is option number 1. Okay. The next one is in a direct variation. In a direct variation equation, y equals to and when x equals 4, write a direct variation equation that shows the relationship between x and y. Write your answer as an equation with y first followed by an equal sign. So, which is the correct option? Which is the correct option? Yes, the correct option is y equals 3x. Option number 1 is the correct option. Very good. In a direct variation, y equals 8 when x equals 2, or write a direct variation equation that shows the relationship between x and y. Write your answer as an equation with y first followed by an equal sign. So, which is the correct option? Yes, that is y equals 4x. Very good. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is write and solve equation. Write and solve direct variation equations. Okay, let's just start with an example. A direct variation includes the points 7 and 14 and 5 and n. Find n. Okay, just look at the second equation. A direct variation includes the point 315 and 1n. Find n, right? Write and solve a direct variation equation. Find the answer. Okay, so basically, the direct variation means if one of the value is increasing, the other value is also increasing, right? If one of the value is decreasing, the other value is also decreasing. So you can make a relationship equation from here, right? That is y equals kx. Y is 15 here. That is 15 equals k times 3. That means k equals 5. Now you can find this n, right? Because y equals 5x, you have the value of x, you need to find the value of y, right? Y is n. Basically, you need to find the n. So that is n equals 5, right? The correct option is n equals 5. Let's just start with the practice questions. Okay, assume that y varies directly with x, right? Y equals 20 and x equals 4. find y when x equals 1, right? So first use this relationship and find the value of k. Y equals kx. Y is 20, kx is 4. That means k equals 5, right? Now use for this one, y equals kx. You are given the k, that is 5. You are given the x, that is 1. So that means y equals 5. So the missing value is y equals 5. Got it? The second one is the correct option, that is y equals 5. Okay, the next one is a direct variation includes the point 36 and 2 and find n. Write and solve a direct variation equation to find the answer, right? So you have to find the answer. So let's just start with the let's just do the same thing. Find a relationship. Find the value of k from the first relationship, then you can find the value of y from the second one. Okay, so from here that is y equals kx, y is 6, kx is 3. That means k equals 2, right? Now use the second one, that is y equal k is 2 and you are given x is 2. That means y equals 2 times 2 is 4. So the correct option is 4. The second option is the correct one, right? The value of n is 4. One easy way you can find is just look at the relationship. 3 times 2 is 6, right? That means obviously 2 times 2. Here n, the value of n is 2 times 2, that is 4. Got it? That is an easier way to find the relationship between these two relations. Got it? The correct option is 4. Assume that y varies directly with x. If y equals 16 when x equals 2. So when y equals 1, find y when x equals 1, right? So just look, x is 2, y is 16. Then x is 1, you need to find the value of y, that is n. 2 times what number is 16? 2 times 8 is 16, right? So yes, that very good. That would be 1 times 8 is 8. So n equals 8. The correct option is 8, right? The correct option is 8. But you can understand both the ways, right? The correct option is 8. Our direct variation includes point 714 and 5n. Find n, solve, write and solve a direct variation equation to find the answer. So which is the correct option? The correct option is 10. It is, the correct option is 10. Option number 2 is the correct option. If y varies directly with x and y equals 10, when x equals 5, find y when x equals 2. So, which is the correct option? 5? 4 it is. The correct option is 4. Option number 2 is the correct option for this one, right? Assume that y varies directly with x. If y equals 18, when x equals 9, find y when x equals 3. Write and solve a direct variation equation to find the answer. So, which is the correct option? That is 6. The correct option is option number 1. Very good. Correct option is 6. Assume that y varies directly with x. If y equals 15 when x equals 5, find y when x equals 1. Solve and write and solve a direct variation equation to find the answer. The correct option is yes, very good. That is 3. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is write and solve inverse variation equations. Now we're going to learn how do we solve the inverse variation equation, right? So the inverse relationship is when one of the value is increasing and the second value is decreasing, right? Or like if one of the value is increasing, the other value is decreasing with the same ratio, right? That is the inverse relationships, right? So you can write the inverse relationship as y equals k over x, right? Okay, you can represent this relationship y equals k over x. So let's see this one. You have 6 and 1, right? So x is 6, y is 1. 6. That means k equals 6 for this relationship, right? You have to find the, no, hold on. That isn't y equals k over x. That equals, hold on. Mm, I forgot. That is y equals k divided by x. Mm, the equation is, okay, yes, y equals, the equation is y equals k over x, right? So k is 6 here. Now we need to find the y for this equation, right? So y equals k over x. K is 6 and x is 3. Yes, I'm right. So k, 6 divided by 3 is 2. So y is 2. Here you have 3 and 2. Got it? The equation is y equals 6 because y and x are inversely proportional. Inversely proportional means if one of the relationship is increasing, the other one is decreasing by the same ratio, right? So the equation for the inverse relationship is y equals kx, right? I just confused. Okay, let's just start with the practice questions. Okay, assume that y varies inversely with x. If y equals 4 when x equals 6, find y when x equals 2, right? So let's see, you have to use y equals k over x. So y is, that means k equals y times x, right? Y is 4 and 6. That means k equals 24, right? Now just use the equation you have. We need to find the value of y equals k is 24, x is 2, y equals 12. That means the correct option is 12. Got it? The correct option is 12. Option number 2 is the correct option. Got it? That is 12. Okay, the next one is if y equals 3 when x equals 16, right? You have to do y equals k over x or k equals y times x, right? So 16 times 3 is 48, right? You have to find the value of, find y when x equals 4. Y equals 48 divided by 4. 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8. The correct option is 12. Got it? And the easier way to find, right? 16 times 3 is 48, right? You have to find 4 times, what number is 48? 4 times 12 is 48. Got it? That is the easier way to find the value. 4 times 12 is 48. The correct option is 12. An inverse relationship includes the point 2, 2 and 1n. Find n. So which is the correct option? 2 times 2 is 4. 1 times what number is 4? I'll back in a while. Hold on. Okay, let's just start with the practice questions. Okay, assume that y varies inversely with x. If y equals 4 when x equals 6, find y when x equals 2, right? So let's see. So 1 times 4 is 4, right? So the missing number is 4. An inverse variation includes the point 2, 4 and 1n. Find n, write and solve an inverse variation equation to find the answer. So which is the correct option? Yes, the correct option is 8. Option number 1 is the correct option. Assume that y varies inversely with x. If y equals 2 and x equals 9, find y when x equals 3. So which is the correct option? The correct option is yes, 6 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. So the next lesson is identify proportional relationships. Let's just start with the next lesson, that is identify proportional relationships. Okay, look at the graph. Is the total distance walked proportional to the number of trips to the school? Here is the total distance walked and here is the number of trips, right? You can tell the relationship is directly proportional by looking at the graph. The graph is a straight line. It passes through the origin. So the relationship is directly proportional, right? Because graph is a straight line, so that is our directly proportional. You can also confirm the linear relationship is directly proportional by showing that the relationship can be written in the form y equals kx, right? You can you can just use the equation that is y equals kx and you can see if the relationship is directly proportional or no, right? You need to find basically the ratio, right? You can have these points from the graph. When the distance walked is 3, number of trips is 2. When the total distance walked is 6, the distance is 4. You can divide these values, right? You can do y over x and find the value of k, that is 1.5, and the value is constant for all of them, right? That means the equation would be y equals 1.5 x, and the relationship is directly proportional, right? That is y equals 1.5x and directly proportional it is. Let's just start with the test questions. Look at this graph. Is the relationship directly proportional? Yes or no? Which is the correct option? No, the graph is not a directly proportional. Why? Graph is a straight line, right? But the graph is not passing through the origin, so that is not a directly proportional relationship, right? When I have just read the definition of the directly proportional relationships, right? Directly proportional relationship starts with the origin, so the correct option is no. Okay, look at this graph. Is this relationship directly proportional? Yes, it is, right? One of the thing is the graph is a straight line passing through the origin. The second thing is if you want to check the ratio, you can see here they are increasing by the same value every time. When x is 1, y is 2, right? They are increasing by the same value. They have the same ratio. When x is 2, y is 4, right? When x is 3, y is 6. Every time they are increasing by the same value. So they have the same ratio, right? That means yes, they are the directly proportional. The correct option is yes, it is. Look at this graph. Is this a directly proportional relationship? Yes, it is directly proportional. The correct option is yes, it is. Look at this graph. Is there a directly proportional relationship? The correct option is yes, it is, right? Look at this graph. Is this a directly proportional relationship? The correct option is no, this is not a directly proportional relationship. The correct option is no. Got it? Look at this graph. Is the total distance walked proportional to the number of trips to school? The correct option is yes. Got it? Look at this graph. Is the total cost directly proportional to the number of guests, which is the correct option? correct option is no. This isn't the correct option is no. Look at this graph. Is the total number of books read proportional to the number of months spent as part of the book club? So, which is the correct option? The correct option is no. Is there a directly proportional relationship? The correct option is no. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So, we were working on grade 9 math. The chapter we were working on is direct and inverse variations. The lessons we have covered today are write direct variation equations, write and solve direct variation equations, write and solve inverse variation equations, and identify proportion relationships, right? So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we did today. That is your homework until next session, right? So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday 5 to 9, or either you can join me in the interactive session. It will be daily from 4 to 5 and from 9 to 10. So that's all for today. If you have questions related to the lessons we have just finished, you can. I'm here to questions and confusions if you have any. No questions? Okay, that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye, everyone.